lookers on, even to the king. Glance asked the question, which? It was as plain to her as if he shouted it from where he stood. There was not an instant to be lost. The question was asked in a flash. It must be answered in another.
Yes.
Right
So
arm lay
now
on
what
the.
is the 1 minute, beta? Let me just explain this, then we can go ahead. You know, after this, he when we all know that he was looking at her, maybe she would give her any hint to go to which door she should open. He should open, right? And the entire surrounding, entire atmosphere of the amphitheater. Everybody was anxious to know what is going to happen with the lover now. So what do you think? What did she do? As we have already seen, this lady, she already knew which door who was there behind. Okay, whether it was a tiger, on which door the tiger was there, and which door the lady was standing. So what do you think? Did she help her lover? Because any which way she was going to lose, right? If he happens to open the door of the tiger, he'll be killed. If he happens to open the door where the lady is there, he
He
will
has
be
to marry her.
he'll have
I
to marry
think
her.
she helped.
And this particular lady, she was jealous. The princess was jealous of this lady. Why was she jealous? Do you remember?
Ma'am, because the lady was more beautiful than her.
Yes.
Correct. The
Jealous.
lady was more beautiful
More
than,
beautiful than the
The
princess.
princess.
yes, than the princess. Okay, that's this is what she was going through. Now let's see further what happens.
Ma'am, can I read?
Aditya.
Her right arm lay on the cushioned parapet before her. She raised her hand and made a slight, quick movement towards the right. No one but her lover saw her. Every eye but his was fixed on the man in the arena. He turned, and with a firm and rapid step, he walked across the empty space. Every heart stopped. Every breath was held. Every eye was fixed immovably upon that man. Without slightest hesitation, he went to the door on the right and opened it.
Okay, now let's stop here. So what did he do? He was looking at this princess, to get any hint from her, and definitely she does guide him to open which door. What symbol did she use? How did she guided her lover to
Ma'am,
between
she
the door?
raised her right hand.
She
Uh,
raised her right hand, okay, to pointing towards one of the doors.
Ma'am,
All
but
right,
according
which,
to the picture, it says the right hand faces to the tiger.
yes, which nobody saw except the lover. Now, as soon as the lover saw that, what did he do? He instantly, without giving a second thought, he went straight towards the door, and then he opened the door. Have you all understood till here, children, the story?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's continue further. Now he finally opens the door. Let's see which door he opens, whether the door of the tiger or whether the door of the where the lady is there. Who would like to read?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Ananya.
Yes, ma'am, I'll start reading. Now, the point of the story is this. Did the tiger come out of that door or did the lady? The more we reflect upon this question, the harder it is to answer. The decision of the question dependent upon that hot-blooded, semi-barbaric princess. Her soul at white heat beneath the combined fires of despair and jealousy. She had lost him. But who should have him? How often, in her waking hours and in her dreams, had she started in wild horror and covered her face with her hands as she thought of her lover opening the door on the other side of which waited the cruel fangs of the tiger. But how much oftener had she seen him at the other door? How she had gnashed her teeth and torn her hair when she saw his start of rapturous delight as he opened the door of the lady. How her soul had burned in agony when he had seen him lead her forth, his whole frame kindled with the joy of recovered life. And yet, that awful tiger, those shrieks, that blood. Her decision had been indicated in an instant, but it had been made after days and nights of an anguished deliberation. She had known she would be asked. She had decided what she would answer. And without the slightest hesitation, she had moved her hand to the right. The question of her decision is one not to be lightly considered. And so I leave it with all of you. Which came out of the opened door, the lady or the tiger?
Wow. So,
Still
Ma'am,
it is the suspense only.
Yes, ma'am.
because see, I told you right in the beginning, any which ways the princess is going to lose him, right? Either by with the tiger or with the lady. So she is not going to win. So what do you think? Who would be behind the door? Yes,
Ma'am,
Priya.
I think lady
Lady
because
would be a
ma'am.
better option than the tiger
One,
because at least he would
one minute, beta.
alive.
Let Hia answer, then I'll give you the chance. Yes, Hia.
Yes, ma'am. I think behind the door was the lady
Why?
because the princess showed the eye, right, and she would not show where the tiger is. Why would she feel that her lover should be eaten?
Okay.
It is
Okay.
better.
Ma'am, I think it was the opposite.
Why do you think that, Ananya?
Ma'am, I think that because she was already losing him, so she rather thought that let's kill him. So if he'll be not alive, so it will be better.
Okay. If not me, not of anyone else,
Ma'am,
right?
Yes,
also I
ma'am.
have,
Yes,
yes,
also.
ma'am, I have
Yes.
also one reason.
Yes.
Ma'am, same as Ananya, ma'am, but only she thought that if the prince is not is if he will not be mine, so why should I give it to others? So she would let him open the door of the tiger. Ma'am,
And ma'am,
also
there is
according
also
to the
another.
picture, it states
Yes,
that
ma'am. This
to the right
evidence.
side there is a
Ma'am,
tiger. Yes,
this
ma'am.
is the evidence.
Okay. Okay.
To
Okay.
the right
So
side
that
is a
looking
tiger.
at the picture, you all are guessing that maybe she must have shown
And
in the.
ma'am, also ma'am, the writer has described that she had how much often thought of him getting married to that lady because she was
Right.
jealous. So that's why it must be the tiger's door to which she
Yes,
directed.
ma'am.
Okay. 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 Right. So you have strong justifications to support your answers.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, did the
Okay.
prince has
See,
the armor?
see, the choice is yours. You might, this is called an application type based question where whether she opens the door of the lady or the tiger, whatever you all are saying, whatever you all are thinking, you need to justify your answers with strong evidences. Okay.
Ma'am, can I
From
say
the text
something?
itself. And you know, one more thing, she is describing, like if at all it was the door of the lady, what would the princess do if he happened to open the door of the lady where the lady is there with the lady? What would the princess do to the lady?
Gnashed her
Huh,
teeth and torn her hair,
huh.
and also her soul had burned in agony when she had seen him later forth, his whole frame kindled with the joy of recovered life.
Right, right. So through this, you can make out what was the princess going through. Now, there's one question in the text. It is asking that what would you have done if you were the princess?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am,
See, now
Ma'am,
you
may I
all gave
answer
all the
this?
justifications for the princess. Okay, maybe the princess have done this, that. Okay, but then if in case you were in place of the princess, what would be your
ma'am, may I say?
yes?
Ma'am, I would tell that person to open the door of the lady because why will I think that my lover should be eaten?
Okay, but then what is the justification you have to support your answer here?
Ma'am, like here is my opinion.
Okay, but then I know that's your opinion, but how do you justify? Why do you
If
think so?
if the princess was a true lover, she would not let her lover die.
Okay, see, all right, very good. And what about any other reply?
Ma'am, that
Ma'am, may I?
seeing a person ripped apart and eaten by a hungry tiger is much worse than seeing him married after someone else. Because if he gets married to the lady, at least he'll be alive and not eaten and ripped to shreds by the tiger. like what he has said, that if she like truly cared about him, then she wouldn't have him killed.
Okay. See, these are here you gave your opinion, but others are giving proper justifications to your opinion. So make sure that you also learn like this. Okay, learn to answer in even in exams like this. Got it, beta?
Okay.
All right. Now we come to the question answer session. Let's see